Okay, guys, now in this video, we're going to continue on. The last video, Aaron showed you guys how to place an ad on Marketplace and the things that you want to watch out for and be careful of. So in this video is now going to show you how to post ads effectively on the apps between Letgo, Offerup, 5 Mile. Most of the apps are going to be pretty much the same. So we're going to do one video on all the apps because they're basically the same strategies. Just so you guys know, Aaron gets more leads than he can typically handle just using Marketplace, the apps, and paid Facebook ads. So, if you want a reason why to do this stuff, this is great. Now, just want to clarify something because we did the last video and someone mentioned something. Some of these things, as far as the apps and Marketplace, is I guess you could call possibly like black hat or not in how the apps are intended. We're intending to sell something on the apps. But when you use these strategies effectively to start off, this will get you a lot of practice. For example, using the apps and Marketplace, when you get an instant flood of leads, you're able to get more practice negotiating, right? So now you'll be able to, work on 5-10 leads per day. And the more you negotiate, the better you get. So if you don't like this, you feel uncomfortable trying to constantly try to beat the system, I guess, with Marketplace and apps, I definitely understand. That's when you can move into paid Facebook ads, which is completely on the up and up as far as terms of service and things like that, and work effectively. But paid Facebook ads cost money every day. So you don't want to jump into a high level, like an advertising platform like that until you really know how to close leads, because it could cost you a lot of money if you don't know how to close yet, right? So, or you could just be like Aaron and keep using these, because Aaron hasn't had a problem. He did over $500,000 last year using these and has more leads than he can handle. And you could also just get really good at using them. So I just wanted to address some of those concerns before we get started. And I think we're ready to go ahead and show an ad. So Aaron, if you want to start showing them kind of like you did on the Marketplace and maybe show the picture of an ad that you're using on the apps, or maybe a few ads that you've got on the apps, and then break down some things to watch out for so that you get more ads to stick with the apps.
Oh, of course. And and Dave's absolutely right. The analogy I like to use is if we're like in an elevator and the elevator stops and we open it up and we see how many cables are holding us up, and we got 8 cables and 1 breaks. You got a Letgo, an Offerup, a 5 Miles, a Marketplace, a Facebook groups, a Craigslist, a reach out method cable. The more cables that are supporting your business and holding you up and feeding you leads, the more stable your business is. So that's the benefit of this, and that's why we have people doing $20,000, $30,000 a month that people were never hitting before, just because we have access to all these new tools.
And by that, you mean like some people using Craigslist and Facebook groups only. Now you have a whole nother tool set to use, multiple tool sets to use in order to scale up, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Awesome.
All right, so what we're going to do is, it's pretty similar to Facebook Marketplace. But so what we'll do is we'll go to, and someone asked a very good question. They said, how do we make sure that on these platforms that the platform is posting in our area? So when you sign into the platform, whether it's Letgo or Facebook, it usually asks to use your location. So as long as you did just like a normal setup, it'll pick up your location. If not, you can go to settings and you can change it. But when you sign into these apps, like this is where I'm at and this is where I live, it automatically picks it up. So you don't really have to worry about it posting to weird places. Now, if all of a sudden you start to get a bunch of leads from an area that's 2 hours away, then if you just go to the settings on any platform, you can just double check, and sometimes you do have to change it to make sure that it's in your area. But 98.5% of the time, it's automatically set up. So just wanted to kind of address that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go to sell our stuff, and we'll let this load. So I'm just in the main area on Letgo. We're going to go to sell your stuff. And what we're going to do is there's all these different things. You guys see? We're going to hit the bottom one. The bottom one says other. So we're going to hit the word other. Then we're going to go find an image. So let's see. We'll just go pick a random image. And again, I'm using, remember kind of the tip I shared last on the Marketplace one. This is the new iPhone with a bunch of hundreds behind it. So we're going to hit post. And then it's going to ask for a price. And people always ask me, what price should you put? The price doesn't matter. It's not really important, but it's good that it matches around the price that the phone would sell for. So like an XX Max, I'll put about $775. And I always kind of...
Lost you. Nope. Don't worry, we'll get them back in a second.
I like 8 plus I might do 410.
Aaron, no,
Usually I just like 5.
Just really quick. Sorry, we lost you there for a second. So if you could just repeat what you said, I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. So the first thing I was saying is you saw the phone guys had hundreds and it was a new iPhone because, again, that's what we like to use. For the price, I like to put the price on what a phone that is in the image would sell for. So a phone like this that's an XX Max is going to sell for around $775, right? Give or take a couple $100 either way. So that's what I put right there. If in the image it was a Note 9, I'm probably putting closer to $495 or something like that. So I like to and I always like to make it a 5, right? So $495 or $775. I don't think it really matters. It just kind of, again, makes it seem like I'm kind of mixing it up. And then we're going to hit done. And then after you hit done, guys, it's going to say the item's posted. So we went to sell stuff. We uploaded the image. And if this is your first time doing this, I definitely recommend going along with me. We're going to post it and put the dollar amount. Now we're going to hit the word done. So we posted the image. Then we put a dollar amount. And then we're going to hit this word right here. I know it's a little blurry, guys, but I promise you that says the word done right there. So we're going to hit this right here.
Let me just pause for 1 second, Aaron. Can everybody follow okay? Because I know it is a little blurry. He's kind of moved a little faster. I just want to make sure. Does everybody understand what's going on? Do you see how he posted the app, what he put in the description, and how he filled that out? Does anybody have a question? Scott says, yes. Frank says it's a little blurry, but it all made sense. If you're confused at all, guys, please speak up. Don't feel bad about saying, like, you know, could you repeat that or something? It's okay. Debbie's asking, is this Letgo?
Yes, ma'am. Sure is.
Okay, cool. Alex says it's a little fast for me, but that's what the replay is for. Someone says, following along on my first Letgo ad. My first Letgo is good. Offerup used to suck before I got help. I was asking something else, so I did not see the details. Okay. So I guess this makes sense. Maybe just, Aaron, if you could just go a little slower through it, if that's okay.
Okay, that's true. I guess I've been doing this every day for a couple of years. All right, so we'll go a little slower. So what we're going to do is, let's just do it again. We'll just make another one, all right?
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're in Letgo. So we're going to make sure we download Letgo.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to open it up. And as soon as you open it up, it's going to take you to this. This is kind of like the home screen of Letgo. You guys see that? So it's the home screen of Letgo. On the home screen of Letgo, we're going to look at the bottom where it says right here where it says sell your stuff. It's this big red button on the bottom. And we're going to touch that. When we touch it, all these things are going to pop up. You're going to see cars, other vehicle parts, and services, jobs, and then other items. And what we want to do is we want to touch other items. We want to select other items right here. So we're going to touch that. And then what we're going to do is it automatically takes you, because they think it wants you to take a picture of something to sell. So at the bottom right here where it says photo, we're going to go to gallery. So the middle is going to say photo. I'm going to try to get that to show. Middle is going to say photo. And then on the left, it's going to say gallery. We want to hit the word gallery. So touch gallery. And then when you touch gallery, it'll let you go and select a photo from your phone that you can use for the app. So we're going to go to gallery. And then we're going to just find an item, a phone to use. So again, we want a phone. I'm going to try to find a newer one with money behind it. Sometimes I use ones that have a little bit of writing on it as well. So let's do, that looks like a good one. So that's a photo I'm going to use. We got the Note 9, and I think those, I was hoping them, $20 bills. Then we're going to hit the word post. So we got the photo. That's a photo that it's going to use again. Of the photo, it looks natural. It's got money behind it. It's got a new phone, and that's that. We're going to hit the word post. And then we're going to make up a price. So I'm just going to put $4.95, sorry. So the price I'm putting is $4.95, and then I'm going to hit the done button right here. And this will post the image on Letgo in the main section. And then I'm going to hit the word done. Now, after we hit the word done, we still got a little bit of work to do. We did half the work. We still got half the work to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the word edit right here. So as soon as you push done, it's going to take you right here. It's going to show the item. It's going to give you the ability to kind of boost it. And then this little red thing right here, it's going to say the word edit. So, oh, look at that. We finally got it to where it's not blurry. So we're going to hit the word edit. And now we can go in and we can edit the title and the description. And we're going to do it just like the marketplace. I buy smartphones. We're going to disguise like that. So that's a good title. And we're going to put message me for a Q-U-O-T-E. Guess that's not how you spell quote, right? Q-U-O-T-E. All right, so you guys see what we did there by editing it, just posting the image, just post the image. So we want to put the title and the description. So the title is I buy smartphones. Description, message me for a free quote. And then you can do a couple things. It's actually good to experiment with this and do half and half. You can either hit save changes and just let it post, or you can do select category.
Getting messages already, huh?
Of course. Select category and do electronics. And then once you do that, you're going to hit save changes. And then you hit this exit right there, and then it allows you to boost it. But we just hit later, so just hit later. And then you can hit this exit right here at the top. Exit right here at the top. And that gets the image posted, and it's right there. So it's posted, it's live, and if you go there, you'll see the title, I buy smartphones. Right. I buy smartphones.
Awesome.
And then you got the description.
Now, you're going to get a lot of messages saying, is this available? Because sometimes people think you're selling an item, right, Aaron?
Yes.
So just warning some of the members that does happen because they think you're selling something. What do you do as far as that? Do you just ignore those or do you respond?
So if they say, this is a good thing that David brought up, okay? People go the path of least resistance. When they see the ad, when they see that image on Letgo or any of the platforms, there's a pre-thing they can hit that says, I'm interested in this item, or is this available? Some of the time they hit that because they think you're selling the item. Some of the time they hit that because they're interested in selling their phone. They're just too lazy to type out what they have. So you would treat all those as if they have an item for sale unless they message you back telling you they don't.
Ray says, that was my biggest mistake in not replying to those. So you do need to reply to those people.
Oh, yeah. 95% of the messages you get are like that.
Awesome. It's great. It's great feedback for everybody. This is excellent. Someone says you changed it from other item to electronics.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Someone says, do you share your listing on Facebook when you post on an app?
No.
Sweet. Awesome. Any other questions? Great question, you guys. And excellent. Thank you, Aaron, too. You broke that down really, really thoroughly. I appreciate that for, giving all the secrets away for everybody. And I appreciate you, doing so well. One thing about Aaron that's awesome is he's always sharing as much as information he can. He doesn't pretty much hold back anything, which I really like that. So make sure you guys are following him. Go on Facebook. Aaron every day is posting something about phone flipping. He's one of the most excited people about phone flipping I've ever seen in my life, actually, because every day he's posting something about how, phone flipping has changed his life. Just so you guys, I don't know if you guys know Aaron's story. A lot of you guys knew, but Aaron joined the course a year and a half ago. He only had $50 to start when he joined this, right? Now, last year he did $500,000 flipping phones. He was working at T-Mobile for $11 an hour. And I have the video testimonial, his first month in the course to prove this. You can actually, I was just looking at it today. So Aaron started off and he just took action really quickly. And then over time, Aaron has developed this. And about a year ago, he started doing 20, 30,000 a month. And I said, why don't we do a program for advanced members and we'll call it Next Level. And we started working together. And since me and Aaron have been working together, we've really kind of just mastermind and brainstormed so many ideas. And Aaron is just a beast with testing and experimenting things. And he, then I saw him go from 30 to 1,000 to 40,000 to 50,000 to 60,000. I'm like, wow, he hit 60,000. That's pretty good. Because my best month I ever had was 68,000 in a month. And then he beat me and he got to 70,000 and then 80,000. I was like, wow, he's crushing it. So it's just from constantly testing it out. And that's the power of these masterminds like that, is how we're able to work together to do this stuff. And that's one of the reasons why we have this next level program, because like my best friend says, iron sharpens iron, right? So when we have sharp guys and we put them all together, we just all get a lot sharper. So thank you again, Aaron, for sharing this with the members. And if you guys haven't checked out Next Level yet, again, just go to www.nextlevelphoneflipping.com. And you can check out more about that program. Aaron has some great content in there. There's over 35 text negotiations broken down to show how he's closed 35 different types of clients that are selling you a phone. And he shows that these people, you know, say no 5 to 8 times, and he breaks down exactly how he closes them with all these messages. He also shows secret strategies to how to like answer these messages much more efficiently, because it can get tiring. So he shows all little shortcuts on how he answers 20, 30, 40, 50 messages a day. So he has a lot of good stuff that's in there. He also has different strategies such as the reach out method, how to handle eBay returns and scammers and things of that nature. So again, you can check out Next Level Phone Flipping if you want to go and check that out. And he does 2 one-hour group chats per week with the members in the Next Level program. So thanks again, Aaron. Any other questions before we wrap this video up here, or anything that you want to say, Aaron, to anybody?
How do you handle—
Sam actually asked a good question. How do you handle all these messages coming in? How do you reply to all these leads?
Oh, well, that's a bad problem to have. No, I'm just kidding. So what I do is I basically say the same stuff that I say the exact same thing to every person, because, you know, selling principles are the same. There's no real need to mix it up. So I wake up and I start from the first messages I get and I work my way down. So it's a grind. So I sit there and I look at the first message, I respond to it. Second message, I respond to it. Third message, respond. And as soon as someone responds to one of the messages, then I go back and I work them. So I'm like filling the pipeline by responding to a lot of people. And then anytime someone messages me back, then I go and respond to them. And then sometimes I'll be working, you know, 3, 4, 5 people at once. And one of the things this does is, A, it allows you to respond to a lot of leads. The second thing it does is it helps you run the numbers, because you might have to message 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people before you get a phone. But when you can do that really fast, and, you know, in a half an hour, you can have messaged 15 people, because some people, the deal's not going to work. Some people, they got a phone that, you know, you can't buy, and they don't have anything with the butterfly effect. It still allows you to go through a lot of leads and get phones and to build your belief. Taking massive amounts of action and getting a lot of leads allows you to consistently close phones, which allows you to build your belief, which allows you to prove to yourself that this business works. I remember one of my fears when I joined the program is I'd get a couple phones. I'm like, all right, I'm afraid I'm not going to get any other phones for the rest of my life. And by doing all these things, and by getting 20, 30, 40 leads a day, by responding to all of them really fast and kind of saying the same stuff and having it all streamlined and making lots of offers. Another big tip is you got to make lots of offers. You got to make offers on lots of phones. It allows you to keep picking up phones, and you do it for a solid year plus. You're like, all right, I've proven to myself that this business works, because I picked up over 2,000 phones, and I know that I'll be able to continue to get phones. And it's almost kind of like a game you got to play with yourself to get rid of those negative thoughts that probably a lot of us have in our heads.
Let's see. Someone says, do you purchase from the marketplace as well?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I do the reach out method all the time.
Yeah, so what he means the reach out method is he's reaching out to people that have their phones for sale on marketplace. And then he has actually in Next Level, he actually created even a whole script just for reaching out, because it's different. It's a different psychological process reaching out than it is when they call you, because there's a little bit more competition, right? Other people are making offers. So you have to figure a way to beat those offers. So Aaron has done all kinds of tests. How many negotiations have you done, Aaron?
I've done over 20,000 negotiations. I mean, I'm really, really good at negotiating now.
20,000 text negotiations. So he's figured out, he's done all kinds of tests on what works and what's not. And he's actually put it into like a script that he uses for that to close those people. But again, that's advanced, it's pretty advanced stuff. It's good to get all the basics down. And then once you really want to scale, that's what we do is little things like that and figure out how a member can go from 10 to 20,000 a month by adding these little things like the reach out or posting on the apps, doing paid Facebook ads, getting better at negotiating, things of that nature. Let's see. Sam says it took me 4 to 5 hours to reply to everyone, even with Dave's script. Well,
good.
It's a good problem to have, right? Because if you are getting that many messages, that's a positive thing. But there are little hacks and tricks that you can use. Aaron actually uses like little techniques to respond quickly. So he uses like keyword shorteners and things like that to be able to respond to 10 leads in, you know, a few minutes and things of that nature. But I don't know if you want to share that or anything, Aaron, or any tips or, you know.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're saying the same stuff, what you should be. I mean, you should be saying the right stuff, and the right stuff is always the same stuff. You know, when someone goes to the doctor's office and they're sick, the doctor is doing the same type of diagnosis, right? So you want to be doing the same stuff, and you can just kind of go to the App Store and look for like a keyword shorteners. It allows you to send messages really fast. So you could hit like 2 buttons and you're going to send some of the same messages to every single person. So it allows you to send them real fast. So you can like boom, 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 hit them real quick.
Jonathan's saying, I find that people are very high and full of themselves, like cut and paste the objections, but finally have to wait till they drop their price a couple times on the market for a week before they're willing to accommodate your offers. So Jonathan, I would just watch the negotiation videos we have in the course. That would help you a lot. Because you're just going to practice the psychological process. The average person, they need to say no 5 times before you close them. How often do you get people say no to you, Aaron?
I mean, I get told no all the time, every day. But it's usually, I'd say 3 to 4 to 5 times. A good rule of thumb is if you're like, Aaron, I want to get really good at this negotiation stuff, you should be able to stay in a conversation, keep them responding and engaged in the conversation, and be able to hear no at least 4 to 5 times before you leave the conversation. That's like what I do. And I can stay in forever, but usually it's usually at least a few times, if not closer to on average 4 to 5 times.
Awesome. So you know what? I think we're probably past the point of apps in this video, and I know we're making this for the course. So I'll probably stop this there. And I think maybe next week we could do like a text group chat or something, or an ad copy group chat. Let me go ahead and stop this video really quick, and then we'll move on to the next thing.
Okay.